Thank you so much for you all joining today. Um, as you see, I'm by myself, and we'll talk about that. Um, the thing of it is, let's say I still consider myself an introvert, okay? And so I've been doing all these collaborations so I don't have to be out there by myself, okay? Uh, and so this is probably the second time I've went live alone. And it's good. It's good because I'm going to change my strategy because we all should change our strategy. You know, when we get tired, what do you think? Other people get tired too. So it's like, okay, you got to switch things up. So that's one of my mistakes. I'm talking about my time since I've been here on Substack. Okay, I've made a lot of mistakes. Okay, and through those mistakes is how I learned a lot. Okay, and don't be afraid to make mistakes because when you make mistakes, that's when we learn valuable lessons. Okay, if somebody had told me a year ago that I would be on Substack sitting here on a live by myself, I would have told you lying, okay? First of all, I was so afraid to even write that hero post, okay, for over a year, okay? I'm glad I started when I did because at that time, I got here in Alaska in November 2024, okay? I had to come back to the United States because I had moved 8 times already and I was tired. I was ready to retire. I'm like, do I want to go back to the Midwest? No, I don't want to go back to the Midwest, okay? So where else would I go? I don't want to go to California, okay? Because I don't want to deal with no earthquakes and all of that stuff there. So I'm like, where's the next choice to be? I'm like, I don't want to go to DC because if you live in DC, you got DC, Maryland, and Virginia all together, okay? It's a beautiful area. And but it's expensive too. And how are you going to travel around? I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that. So I decided to come to Alaska because Alaska was always on my bucket list. It's beautiful here all year round. It's snow out there now. You can see the snow on the trees. It's so beautiful. You can look at the mountains. It's breathtaking, but it's cold as hell. I can tell you that. By the time I walk the dogs out, my fingers are freezing. So I have to make sure that I don't get. You can easily get frostbitten. Okay, so you need to be cognizant of that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. And I got the spikes that you put on the bottom of your shoes because after the first day or two of snow, it turns into ice. Okay, you can and I live like on a hill, so I could just basically just slide down the hill. Anyway, um, some other mistakes that I've made, okay? I probably owe apologies to some people, okay? It is what it is, okay? Once we decide what we're gonna do, we're gonna be ourselves. That's what we're gonna do, and then we have to act accordingly, okay? And one of those things is the recommendations, okay? I'm gonna talk to you about it, okay? When I first got here to a Substack, I was giving them out like they were candy, okay? For real, because I'm trying to set myself up for success. How can I do that? Okay, like I said, when you come to a person asking for something, bring something. So I'm gonna give you a recommendation. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna see if we can meet somewhere and see if we can work together, how we can accomplish that. You have goals, I have goals. Do we have a common interest? Okay, maybe at that time we did. Fine. But time moves on. And so we all trying to figure things out, okay? So it's like this. When I was going through a very difficult time at work, okay, and I probably went ranting more than I should have in notes, okay, and I had lost my mind, for real. So that a lot of people scattered and ran. Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine, that's cool. And for the people that stuck with me, those the people I give recommendations to. Okay, the people that supported me during that time, I can see all the likes, I can see the restats, I can see everything. Okay? And if you wasn't supporting me, why should I support you? I'm not going to let anybody get free subscriptions on my back, period. So I eliminated the people who was disloyal to me during the most difficult time in my life. And I went back and supported each and every one that support me. Period. That's what I'm about. Because anybody know me, I'm a loyal person. And if you come to me and you need something, I'm gonna help you out. Well, I expect the same thing in return. Because every dog has its day. Okay? And everybody, at some point in their life, you might be up here, but some point in your life, you're gonna be down here. And then you're gonna be looking and saying, oh, I need help. Oh, really? Well, where were you when I needed help? But I'm not gonna be like that. But I'm just making a point that recommendations is it's not a necessity. It's something that you get from giving to others. Okay? If anybody have a problem with it, they can come to me and ask me, but I don't think you want to do that because I've made myself very clear here today. Okay? So when we talk about in reinvention, as you know, I had to reinvent myself after 39 years and 2 months. Okay? I had to do that. And this subscription, this publication at the same time. Honestly, Substack was his saving grace. Okay? Because it gave me a distraction to take my mind off of my suicidal thoughts because of the crap I was going through at work and all the crap I had to sit in while I'm sitting here from my childhood. Okay? So, it was a saving grace, and I love Substack, okay, as a result of that, because, like I said, I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for that. So in this reinvention, I had to shed all my past, okay? Everything that I was true at that particular time. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, this is the person that you knew that I allowed you to know, okay? But I keep most of my stuff inside because when you let these things out, then people can use these things against you. Okay. So that's why, like, I'm not going to expose myself. But when I come to Substack, I had no choice. I had to be vulnerable. Otherwise, I'm just noise. Okay. Everybody that's here pouring out their hearts and their souls, and it's reflected in your work. When I go through Substack, I see and read your work, and it's phenomenal. Okay, and what I wanted to say, if you're also adding the audio to your writing, put it on the podcast. Okay, so other audiences can hear your amazing work. Okay, I'm doing these audios. Okay. I started doing that. My intuition said, okay, because I know I have to come up with other things for people to keep people's interest. Okay. Because I have a short attention span. Okay. And I get you over here, then you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and twiddle my thumbs? No. So I was like, okay, let me do these audios. I started doing one. I did one for the Moon Sisters. Okay. They said, you want to collaborate? I was like, yeah, cool. They said, well, it's got to be either audio or writing. And I'm like, okay, I have to be in a certain mindset to write versus doing a live. Okay. So I hadn't been in that mindset at all. So I was like, okay, I'll just do the audio. And from there, birthed the 30 days clarity. Okay. And I enjoy doing that every day because I'm like, well, let me just add some music and okay. And then I didn't necessarily like my voice. So you can use I use the script anyways. And I can give people like $20 off if they were interested in getting it. I'll get a little something too. So that's how we all rise together. Okay. I'm going to keep it real with you. So what we can do is, if I didn't like the voice, okay, you can use the limiter, you can put in the compressor, you can modify it to where you can, your voice is just perfect. And if you don't want to do that, you can put your own voice in there, and the AI will do it for you. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it original, okay? With my own voice. Then I figure out, then they give you all these types of sounds you can use. You can use the sounds of music, okay? Then I will determine from then which sound sounds the best with that particular script. And so that's how I do it. So I'm like, because I used to have this online radio station. I just spent about $10,000 and ended up scrapping it because I couldn't do all this stuff by myself. And then I come from Motown, okay? Detroit, where all was the music. So I've been in music all my life. So I really enjoy these things because I might play that doggone thing 10 times during the day. I feel sad or something happened. I'll replay it myself, okay? So I use myself as a guinea pig to see what could come from it. And every day I started feeling better, especially when you listen to it in the beginning of the day. Oh, that sets the day off like boom. I'm hyped. Okay, so I'm like, heck, if I'm getting a lot from this, then I look at the data and I see the charts moving like this. I'm like, oh, they loving this. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so it's working. It worked for me. It worked for other people. So that's what we have to do. It was just a test. I was the guinea pig and it worked. So I'm like, what can I do? Because I have a lot of followers. Keep it real. I have a lot of free subscribers, and I have increased in paid subscriptions without offering them anything other than what I've done so far. And I'm like, okay, this can't continue because I feel really bad, okay? Because these paid subscribers are paying me. And so everybody's getting the same thing. And that's not fair because I look at me being, if I have a subscription, okay, what are you giving me extra for the money that I am giving you? Okay? So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to make those audios available to paid subscribers only 2 more days, period. I'm still going to enjoy it, and they will enjoy it. And hopefully that will entice the free and the followers to become paid. Because let's keep it real. My mama used to tell me, if let me get this right. Why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? Period. And it makes perfect sense. Why pay for something if you're getting it for free? Well, those days are over. Okay? This is the world we live in. Okay? I have to sleep with myself at night. So I'm going to give the paid subscribers something extra, and because they deserve it. So also, what I tried to do is take one of those videos that I do, okay, and then add the written at the bottom to make it like to put the paywall up. I couldn't figure out. So this is what I'm going to do. At the end of the week, I'm going to do a roll up on what transpired during the week. Okay, including behind the scenes, stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes, and make that available to the paid subscribers too for the time being. Because I have to differentiate for the paid and the free and the followers. If the followers are on the fence, they're non-committal, okay? They're here today, they can be gone tomorrow. And it's the same as free and paid. We have a lot of people out here, a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants, a lot of healers, and whatever. What's going to set you apart from everybody else? Okay? This is what's going to set me apart. The personalized services that I'm going to provide you with. Okay? And that's going to all be outlined. So you decide what you want to do. You can stay free, you can stay paid, but it's going to be limited. It's going to be very limited what you're going to see and what you're going to be provided. And that's life. Okay? I'm not doing this for my health. Okay? I love what I do, but I deserve to be compensated for my experience and for the education that I have. Okay? And that's it. That's the world we live in. Next thing I wanted to talk about is politics. Okay? I know when I came in here, I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I had a reason for not talking about it because I was working for the federal government. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. I can't go out there and talk about them like a dog and then go back to work. Okay? You don't where you eat. Okay? So also bound by the Hatch Act, I couldn't say nothing. Okay? And when I left that place, I signed off. I don't know what it was. I didn't care. It was probably a non-disclosure, whatever. Okay? That's over. That's lasted until 30 September. I owe them nothing. They owe me. Okay? I'm still waiting to submit my pension paperwork. Okay, when they come off of their government shutdown, okay, since I can't talk to nobody and I can't keep my paperwork keep getting returned to sender, okay, and nobody's home, okay, so I have to wait. So in the meantime, I'm gonna continue putting my stuff together, okay. The plan is to also include master classes and workshops. And from doing that 30-day clarity, it gave me the confidence to do that. I couldn't put the course together if I couldn't write an article. So now I have the confidence to go live more often now, and to start developing and putting my courses together, okay? And because the first masterclass is going to be free, but free to paid subscribers only, okay? So I'm dealing with uncertainty day by day, hour by hour, okay? I just try to stay positive, okay? I flip the script and reframe at hourly if necessary, okay? Because I'm not letting nothing and nobody stand in my way, period. If the federal government didn't do it, nobody else can either, period. So, the referral board. I don't put the referral board out, but it's open, okay, if you want to provide that, because I want people's name to remain anonymous. Everybody don't want their name out there, okay? And that's another reason for having paid subscription, because the paid subscribers will have their own chat, okay? They may not want all of that. They may want to, like I said, they might want their identity to remain anonymous. And as a coach, I am bound by the code of ethics. Okay? All conversations are private. Only reason I would divulge any information if you say you might be suicidal. Okay, if you say you're suicidal, then I have to report this to somebody. Otherwise, all information is private. Period. Social media, okay? I don't care what nobody say. I'm not ever putting all my eggs in one basket. Something is going to happen with Substack within the next year or two. I sense it. I feel it. And I am going to have all my stuff where I'm mobile and I can move accordingly. Okay? Never put all your eggs in one basket. I don't care what nobody tell you. Period. Okay? Just like always have a backup plan, okay? Period. You're smart to do that. Somebody can come in, buy up Substack. I'm just saying, you never know. And then everything is changed. Never put all your eggs in one basket, period. So what I did was I had like over 14,000 people on LinkedIn because I've been working for the government all this time. And I had that account all this time. So I started going back there. You can click, okay, on your, I know people have problems with Spotify and Amazon, whatever. I can't worry about that, okay? I'm going to buy from Amazon still because living in Alaska, it's hard to get stuff up here, okay? Only way you can get things here, you go through Canada or you go to fly, okay? So people who have a problem with it, too bad. I'm going to buy from them because it's very convenient to have stuff shipped to my door. And it's freezing outside and and it's slippery. I don't like to drive, okay? Because I don't drive at night no more because I have a glare. They said I had glaucoma or whatever. And I'm like, I can't deal with that glare. That glare, it mess you up. So I don't drive at night, and I'm not putting myself in a situation. Because you go out there driving, okay, you just put on the brake, and you at the light, you at the stop sign, and your car keeps going. It's like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, that's why they use studded tires. People have two sets of tires. Okay, in the wintertime, you put those studded tires on to help the grip. Because like I said, I'll go 5 miles an hour, and people don't like it. Go around, because if your shit get tore up, they gonna keep going. They gonna say, "See that idiot? The shit," you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not putting myself in a situation like that. First of all, so go around. Period. So what I'm doing is I'll just put in an Instacart order. I'll have it delivered. I'm not going through all that. And so I was talking about the social media. My bad. I was talking about LinkedIn. So Substack will add those 2 clips to LinkedIn until I figure all this stuff out. I was like, that's better than nothing. Okay. And I'm getting messages from everybody. And I'm like, where's this message? Is it coming from Substack, or is it coming from LinkedIn? Is it coming from Facebook? Is it coming from what's that other one? Threads. I can't keep up. So I'm like, okay, I haven't figured all that stuff out. Then you got Reels and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I said, I'll just put something on Substack, and hopefully it'll go to IG. I don't like IG because you got to show the pictures. I'm like, well, I can do that now. I can do that, but it's just too damn much. You got Facebook, you got Threads, and you got IG. Then it's like, then I have the YouTube, and it's like, damn. The YouTube is growing though, but then I'm seeing it says 0 views. The views is coming from the short, okay? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I have to go back in trying to figure out, okay, these tags are too low. Then I switch the tags out. I'm doing figure out the thumb tags and all of this stuff. But what I'm saying is to you is everything that we're doing that we've never done before is a way to monetize these things. Okay? You can take all the work that you're doing and figure out how to repurpose it and to make classes out of stuff you're already doing. Think about it. I could probably in a minute I could probably create my own YouTube course. Okay, I'm saying. Okay, I did the what you call those things, the devotionals. That's another thing. Okay, I got a lot of ideas. Okay, but I'm gonna share all this stuff with my paid subscribers. Okay, no offense. Okay, like I said, we have to figure out how to entice, okay, people to follow us, then figure out how to entice the followers to become free subscribers, and then free subscribers to paid, either the paid or the founding member. Okay, why not skip all those steps and take them from the follower to the paid? Okay. I had to do it this way because I had to put my stuff in place after I left the federal government, okay? Things happen in time. If you try to do everything at one time, you're going to be overwhelmed, and then you're going to want to quit. Don't do that. What is the one step I can take right now to move me and my followers, or what I'm trying to do, forward? Okay? Baby steps. Baby steps. I tell you that, okay? And the other thing is, sit down and have these conversations with your group. It's like, okay, which direction you guys want to go? Okay, I've worked with teams my whole life. Okay, so each team is going to be dedicated to a specific goal. Maybe it's going to be clarity. Maybe it's going to be focusing on something. Maybe we want to have a project where we're building our own product, okay, to help the world. So our opportunities are endless. Only person is limiting us is ourselves, okay? So I am all about community and connection, because without that, we don't have nothing, period. We can't accomplish a whole lot. We can accomplish a lot by ourselves, but we can accomplish much more by working together, okay? And so with that being said, I'm all about joint ventures with people, with the right people, of course. Partnerships, brand deals, okay? Affiliate marketing, and brand ambassadors, because we have people out there that are loyal fans and they need to be recognized and they need to be rewarded. Okay? And that's what I'm about, rewarding the people that support us. What are we doing for these people? Okay? We need to prioritize based on our values, okay? Not supporting people that don't support you. Support the people that support you, okay? And the ones to come. Because when I first started at Substack, I didn't know jack about nothing, okay? I bought all of these subscriptions thinking that was the answer, okay? But it wasn't, okay? It was, but it wasn't, okay? It helped to show people that I was serious, okay? When you come to me with your A game. Don't come with me with trivial stuff, okay? Because you taking me away from something else. Okay, I have all these people coming to my DMs, and it's like, what do you want? You're not even a free subscriber. Okay, don't come to me unless you're a free subscriber. Period. Okay, because you're taking me away from the value that I'm trying to provide my constituents. Okay, and when you come up there asking me where I'm from, that's gonna be I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be a a mute. Okay, because you don't need to know where I'm from. Check my profile; it'll tell you. Okay, don't waste my time. I can't say that enough. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Please don't be shy. Oh, that's the other thing. These lives is great, but I'm going to start using what do you call it? Restream, okay? Because I prefer dialogue over monologue, okay? That way we can talk to each other, because I don't like all that typing, because it takes away from my energy and my attention, my focus. When we can talk one-on-one like this, that's why I love these collaborations so much, because it's spontaneous, okay? When we have silence, it's like, I don't know what to say. Okay, don't be shy. You guys have questions? Feel free, please. I really welcome any questions, any comments. Oh, hi, Doctor. I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, and I don't want to butcher your name, Doctor Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thanks for sharing your process and experience. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Uh, Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Every time I do a live, okay, I don't know what, because I prefer doing it on my iPad right here, like I have. Sometimes it won't work on my iPad and I have to use my phone. Like the one I did with Promise. Part of my face was cut off. I'm like, oh my God. Then I did. And I went back in to see if I can change the portrait to a landscape. I don't know how to figure out how to position my face so it's not cut off. I don't know. But if I start using the goal is to start using Restream, okay, that'll give me a much bigger screen here, okay, and maybe that'll be better. Okay, I haven't started using Restream yet, because I'd rather do that alone to make sure if there's any technical difficulty that I work that. I'm gonna do a test, okay, and to make sure. But I have it, and I want to set up the overlay and all that, make it look professional and everything. You won't even see this anymore, okay, because I have that green screen. Also, and then I think with the Restream, you can blur that out, or you can put whatever background you want. Okay. So my plan is to up my game. Okay. But right now I'm just focusing on all of these other things. So, like I said, with the paid subscription, we can go over all these things together. We can have these master classes. We figure out what you want. We can also have subject matter experts on these things. If you guys want to, sit down, we want to figure out how to put together a proposal for a client, okay, that you want to work on. Or like, okay, we can help her work on this and stuff. It's a lot of things we can do, okay? Together, we are stronger and powerful, okay, and wiser. And so why not, it probably is, but I can't tell, another say, I can't tell, uh, I just can't. Okay. And like I said, it's depending on if you have to use my phone or my iPad. I prefer using the iPad because it's much more circumference here. But I am by no means an expert at anything. I'm learning all this stuff as I go along. Okay. So I'll go back and look at the video and I'm like, oh my God, you know, what can I do? I'll figure it out. Like we do everything else, figure out a workaround or whatever. Okay. Substack don't allow you to use your laptop or your uh, desktop yet. Not unless you're using Restream, not unless you guys know something else. The other day I saw someone using Zoom. I don't know what else they use with that, but it's things are changing every day. So we have to figure it out. And as far as YouTube, like I said, was doing really good, but then they were saying, "Oh, well, your stuff is low. You got to do this. You got to go back in and add the." I forgot. I can't keep track because I have to work at all these things at the same time. It's not like I can just do one thing. Okay, we can't do that because we are solopreneurs, and not unless you got it like that, you can afford to pay an assistant to do all this stuff for you. Okay, well, I don't. So I'm figuring out everything. Oh, okay. So, they said I had to add cards to the videos and to add end screens. I'm like, okay, well, I'll have to figure that out. I'll add it to my list. It's not top priority right now since I am getting some views on my stuff. And so they say, okay, well, people stay on your videos 44 minutes, 44 point something. I'm like, shoot, that's pretty good considering. I try to limit it to an hour now, but 44 minutes, that's good. Shoot, so I'll take it. So we have to look at things like that. Okay, what mistake did I make this week? Okay, what what did I learn from that? And from each instance I look at, okay, it's a win. It's a win. It's something I've never done before. Okay, I messed it up, but I did it. Okay, and that's what we need to do is give ourselves credit for trying. Okay, for trying. That is a win in itself. And remember that. So from that lesson, you can take that and expand on it. Okay, and that's what we're about here. All right. So do you guys have any questions? Now, to say that really bothers me that my screen is off, and I really want to figure that out. Okay, because it doesn't look professional. Okay, so it's something I'm going to look into, obviously, for sure. Uh, Rhea said something about my personality and guests. Oh, okay. I always want to know that. That's why I sent out that. That's what I want to mention. I sent out that survey to ask people these questions because I have no idea what draws people to me and what you're looking to achieve. And I'm going to go back to that survey because there was over 334 people looked at it. Okay, and it was a challenge in itself to do it. Okay, because I didn't want to do it. I forced myself to do it. Okay, I had a conversation with Veronica, and I told her I was going to do it. I had to go to that step because it doesn't make sense for us to create anything until we get a buy-in from the people we serve. Okay, otherwise you're going to be putting something together that nobody's going to be interested in. Okay. And in the meantime, okay, I'm coming upon my 1 year anniversary. Okay. Uh, uh, I think at Thanksgiving. Okay. And that to me speaks volumes. And the work that I've done, it speaks volumes to who I am. Okay. And so I see great things in our future. Okay. But we have to always go back and look at things, okay, and see how we can improve and to get feedback from people. What would you like to see less of? What would you like to see more of? It's not about us. It's about the people we serve and how we can add value to them. Okay. That's what I'm always about. Okay. And that's always based on my values. So it's really clear where I'm coming from. There is no mistake at all. Okay. So I address the politics. Okay. That it's a part of life. Okay. And we have to address it no matter how much. I try to stay neutral, okay, because I was working for the federal government at that time. And that's what I had to do. Now, there should be no no doubt of who I represent is the unrepresented class, the people, the hardworking people of this country, the people who who have broken their backs basically so this country could be great. Okay? All the women, the minorities, the LGBTQ, and all the people that support us. That's who I support. Okay? It's very clear. And so I'm not going to come out and talk about it necessarily every day. Okay? But when the issue needs to be spoken about, I'm going to speak on it. Okay? There it is. And I'm aligning myself with more people. Okay? Because as the Army, we have to continue to expand lands, okay, like Christopher Columbus, okay, and continue to uh align with people with like-minded views and like-minded purpose. Okay, if we want to get anywhere in this world, we have to work together to accomplish that. And then people like, okay, well, some people are like, well, why don't you support the Black community? Why don't you support this community? Why don't you? I support all communities, okay? I am the bridge between these communities. That is my purpose, is to bring people together, regardless of if you're Black, you're white, you're Latino, whatever. My goal, my mission from the Spirit is to bring everybody together, okay? Period. So I want to talk about the numbers. I stopped worrying about the numbers. I stopped worrying about when I'm getting to 1,000 subscribers. I stopped worrying about the likes. I stopped worrying about who likes me, who doesn't. I put my information out there and let the chips fall where they may. Okay? If it offends somebody, oh well. That means that person is insecure, and when they come to themselves, and when they become more, once they calm down, they can come back and join us. Okay, but we moving forward. Okay, well, wherever we left behind, we're gonna leave it there, and we're gonna keep moving forward together. Okay. I can't worry about that. So that's why I say I'm not worried about the numbers anymore, because if I worry about the numbers, hell, I would have quit a long time ago. Okay. Because I know there's probably a lot of people that probably got to 1,000 or more before I did. I always had to work 10 times harder as everybody else. That's nothing new. So bring it. Okay. Bring it. I've been fighting all my life. That's all. Work and fighting, not fighting physically. Okay. Fighting in other ways, okay? So, what else? What else was I was talking about with these? I was talking about the recommendations. I really highly recommend you guys do that, because there's a percentage that I get automatically from from my recommendations as far as subscribers. because you are being recommended by these people, okay? And that says a lot, okay, when you get a recommendation from somebody. So it needs to be genuine. Just so that's why it's like, okay, if people not genuine, then they don't deserve a recommendation, period. Okay. And that's the way I feel. And I have, ever since then, I get these recommendations from people out of the blue. And I appreciate it. Some of those it didn't come through, and I got to figure that out too. But anyway, I appreciate all of your support. Okay. Because like I said, all the new subscribers out there, they feel like that one I was talking to yesterday in notes. He said, no, he don't get no likes. And he doesn't. I didn't see it he get any likes. So I'll put a like up there, okay? Because it's sad. Okay. I have over 1,000 people that I'm subscribed to. You know, a lot of people are new. Okay. And they looking for support. I was new once too. So I support them, but I don't have the time to read every article. So I'll go through there. I'll go through there. Okay. And I see a person I know, and they don't have no likes, I'll put a like on there. I'm like, no, that's not acceptable. I'll put a like on there. I might not have time to read it, but I want you to know that I support you, okay? And because it's disheartening that you think your stuff is just going to the abyss, but it's not. I think it doesn't kill anybody, honestly, to put a like on there. It really doesn't. And I do it, but I can't. It's not for me to say that it's right or wrong. It's up to that individual. Let me put it this way. How you feel? You write an article on there. Do you want likes on your article? Well, if you want likes on your article, well, you like other people's article. That's what I'm going to say. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Period. I want likes. I don't know if you do or not, but I like them. Okay? That shows that people appreciate your work. Okay? But don't expect people to like your stuff and you don't like theirs. Let's keep it real. Okay? I'm gonna leave that alone. I moved on. Okay? I think I made my point. So for anybody that I offended, okay, it is what it is. It wasn't intentional. I am just blunt and straight to the point. Okay? I don't have time to sugarcoat stuff for people. Okay? It is what it is. So we, including myself, we need to toughen up. That's it. This is the world we live in. So I really don't have anything else, guys. I don't want to just sit here and just talk for nothing unless you guys have a question for me. I'm more than honored to answer any questions. And that's another thing that I got to work on. I got to figure out when I go live and why I do these ask me anything why nobody say nothing. I'm like, I hope nobody is really intimidated by me because I think I'm a really nice person when you get to know me. I am. So, I came from I grew up in Detroit, okay? And it's a rough area, okay? And I grew up in a abusive childhood, and I worked for the military for 39 years and 2 months. So, uh, you have to have an exterior about yourself because if you walk around like, oh, hi, how you doing? People will take advantage of you. They'll figure you a weak target and they'll come for you just because of that. That's what happened to me when I was a kid because I grew up by myself and I had to run home from school every day because they came for me because I was the kid, I was the misfit. So I had agreement with the teacher. I'm like, can you let me leave like 10 or 15 minutes early? So them kids was out there waiting for me. Okay. It was like 30 of them. I'm like, oh my God. And go home and tell my father, no, that was not good to go back and tell him because yeah. So one day I come out of there and they was waiting because I figured out a way. I started going out another door, but you can't go out another door because they keep all those doors locked for security. So if a fire break out in there, I'm like, oh my God, how many doors they got so people can get out? That would be the thing I'd be worried about. Anyway, I couldn't go out the other way. So I had to come out that way. So I was a good runner. So I ran for as long as I could. Here they come. And that girl started hitting me and something happened. I lost my mind and I picked up a brick and hit her with it. That's, like David and Goliath. And I came to myself, and I was in the office, the principal office. He said, "You hit that girl with that brick." I said, "You knew that they had been running me from home for a long time." And so I stood up for myself because nobody else would do it. That girl didn't bother me no more. Nobody else did either. They said, "She crazy." Okay? Whatever. You have to protect yourself because I was tired of running. Okay? So I went off point. So I really want the best for each and every one of you. We can do that together. And I'm here for you. Just know that. Um, so if you guys don't have any questions or anything, oh, what I wanted to say is I'm going to change my schedule. Okay. I got the schedule until December. Okay. Cause I don't know nothing about, 75%. Okay. I just know 0 to 100. Okay. I just went overboard. I know that. Okay. It is what it is. And, I keep my commitments. Okay. And starting next year, I'm going to change my schedule where I'm going live by myself every week. And I will go have a collaboration. And I'm going to make a lot of changes because once you figure things out, the things that work for you, then you can modify the plan accordingly. And this takes time. It takes time. Give yourself some grace. Okay. It took me almost a year to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Okay. Because I'm transitioning from the military. Okay. I'm the fish out of water. So now I'm starting to feel comfortable. So give yourself some grace. As long as you're making positive steps towards your goal, celebrate each day those positive steps. Okay. And I'm sure I forgot something, but I'll cover that in the next live. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much.